think this is the same spot I was sitting when I was laid off. Okay. I'm feeling incredibly overwhelmed right now. Rightfully so. I have a doctor's appointment in 20 minutes. Cece, where are you going? Cece is sniffing around. So, I was laid off. Nope. I was fired just 2 hours ago. This was my first time ever being fired. Honestly, I was incredibly exhausted of being at this job. I don't know. I tend to be long-winded. I'm trying not to be, because I have to go soon, but I just feel really frazzled right now. Cece's eating. Good girl. I'm juggling a lot right now. If you've been here a while, you know I was laid off 2 years ago. And in those 2 years, I haven't shared this, but Max and Roxy both passed. Just a few months apart. It's like I was laid off for a few months, and then Cece was hospitalized. And then Roxy was hospitalized. Roxy had a stroke. Cece has chronic pancreatitis, and it flared up real bad and she went dehydrated. And then within that month, this was like July to August, Roxy had a stroke as the weather was changing. She had collapsed trachea, pulmonary hypertension, an assortment of issues as Chihuahuas and Pomeranians and animals that are overbred tend to come with. I did not buy her from a breeder, but she's purebred. I have several doctors, so she came from a breeder. She found my family in the middle of the night. She walked into our garage. We were outside, and it's a whole wonderful story, but she had a stroke, and so I'm helping her through the stroke. The stroke caused her to lose most of her sight and hearing, and then about 6 months later, Max passed. And Max is my heart. Max is my heart. We knew each other 17 years. I met him when I was 17. When I was 15. And he passed right before my birthday last year. I woke up to him having a heart attack. I'll tell the full story, but right now it's just, I'm trying to express that I'm just going through so much. Then just, this was like, my birthday is right before it starts getting hot here. Like, he passed like the week before it started getting hot. And I've been telling him, I was like, we're gonna get out of here before summer. We're gonna leave before summer. We're not spending another summer here. I've been trying to move for a while, but right when we were about to move, I was laid off. And anyway, summer came and it was very hot. Couldn't walk Roxy as much because it's hot, and she'd been in therapy for like a year at that point, physical therapy. CC. And what is she doing? What's on my hand? Makeup and tears and sweat. But anyway, so we were working out in therapy, in her therapy appointments, but by this point I'm approaching a year and a half of being unemployed. Money is incredibly tight. Like, I've wiped out my savings. I'm now in my retirement account, just trying to keep up with all my bills and pay her. Therapy is about $700 a month, physical therapy. It was a lot. And then when the weather changed again, it was like the exact same week, a year apart. She had, I think it was another stroke. I couldn't tell because she declined so much when Max passed, and I was just so numb. I was just so numb when she passed, because all I could think was, God, why would you take them both and so rapidly? And while I'm dealing with unemployment and just all the while I'm interviewing constantly. I'm trying to keep going because I feel like I can't stop. I feel like I can't properly grieve. because if I do, I'll fall apart because I don't have benefits. I don't have insurance and stuff because I'm unemployed. And I was working part-time as a teacher, but as an adjunct, so that's not much money a month, you know, maybe $1,000 a month, depending on how many classes you have. And so it was rough. Like some days, and I'm freelancing too, so it's like money comes in, but it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a juggle. It's nothing like having full benefits and a full-time job, because you might get a few $1,000s this month, but then next month a few hundred, and it's just all this while I'm grieving, and I feel like I'm just suffocating. I feel like I'm suffocating. But it was just, I don't have this all written down, but it's like, when I'm telling you, it's like back to back to back, like one step forward, two steps back. And right when Roxy passed, I got a job offer, like within a few weeks. And I accepted it. I didn't want the job. I knew it wasn't going to be a great fit, but I thought with the right training and the right manager behind me, I'm fine here. It's money. It's fully in office, but I was told in my interviews, hey, you can totally be remote whenever you need to be. Like, it's not a big deal. Hey, we have a, you know, at least once a week you can work from home, or at most once a week. Like, you can work from home once a week. You have stuff you need to do, totally fine. And I'm telling you, when I get there, I start developing all kinds of health issues, like chronic heartburn. My stomach's always upset. I'm always having a headache. And my boss, I could tell on the first day, a handful of people did not like me. Excuse me, I'm kind of dehydrated today. But I could just tell a handful of people were not vibing with me. And I've encountered that a few times in female-dominated working areas. And I'm not at all a hater of the woman. I just know that in my experience, women have been incredibly competitive with me and just hateful towards me, and that's what I felt immediately there. And I immediately formed my allies because I'm accustomed to having to do so. But I knew that, oh, my boss is not an advocate of mine. And also, she lied to me during the interviews. I'm not supposed to be working from home, but she told me on the first day, you can work from home, it's fine. Like, whenever you need to, it's fine. You can be home once a week, it's fine. You can take your meetings in the morning from home, it's fine. You can, as long as you're here by 9 o'clock, it's fine. She doesn't come in until 10. And anyway, I'm happy to finally have insurance again instead of paying out of pocket. And like, because I paid out of pocket as long as I could until it was just too much money. During my layoff, insurance was $500 a month, like quality insurance, to be able to see my doctors. And it's just been an uphill battle at this job. I'm going to talk about it in detail in another video. I had this whole idea of like a grief series to do. I've just been in a stalemate. I've just been frozen. I feel like I've just been frozen because I have been through hell, and parts of me feel like I'm still there. Losing Max, I just felt like losing them both. But with Roxy, I had anticipatory grief. Like, I think when you have any animal, when you're caring for any animal, you have anticipatory grief because you know it's coming. You know you're likely to outlive them. Cece's right here. That's why I'm petting. But because she had that stroke, it was so rough. It was so rough. I didn't sleep. I still don't think I've slept a full night in like the past 2 years, because we're coming up on a year of Max passing. And before that though, you know, her stroke, and I just wanted to comfort her anyway I knew how to. And she would, you know, she lost a lot of her vision. Like, she could see light. She would respond to light. But with that, I understand that her schedule got off. So she started sleeping during the day, and she'd be up all night. And even if I try to keep her up during the day, she'd be up all night, and she'd wake up panicking and scared. And it's just, you don't know when to say, you don't know when to say goodbye to somebody you love. How do you make that decision? And so I had a team of doctors we were working with, and her main doctor, her general, told me she's okay because she has you. She's in good hands. I'm okay with her still being here. And Roxy's a fighter. She wanted to be here. And I could tell that she was kind of starting not to want to be here when Max left. But she still would fight. She still showed up in therapy every day. Like, she was showing up. She was trying. Anyway. Right after she passed, I got this job. It's a miserable environment. I'm in this cubicle. It's loud, bright lights. I have these headaches every day, heartburn every day. My boss is nowhere to be found. I was kind of misled on what I'd be doing. Like, I feel like it was misrepresented, and I even said, hey, I only have 1 year of marketing experience, and this position only calls for 1 year of marketing experience. So I'm good because my background is in PR and it's in social strategy, and all of that falls within marketing, but it's not working directly with sales. This was a position working directly with sales, and I voiced this. I was like, hey, I only have 1 year of experience, And anyway, I was told I'd be fine, I'd be guided, I'm gonna be okay, and it just hasn't been the case. I think I got in there, and immediately a lot of people were turned off by me and the energy I brought, and I adjusted as much as I could without feeling I was breaking myself. And often I feel like I'm staying up late doing stuff. I'm trying to figure out stuff. I'm asking for help. I'm being told, you figure it out. Like, this is your job. And this is a whole new company for me, a whole new field. And also I'm coming off of a 2-year layoff into a completely different space, like type of job and everything. And it's just, and also this is a very corporate-y environment, like stiff. Like, the CEO has been there her entire career. She's not worked anywhere else. She looked at my LinkedIn. That's how I know, because then I looked at hers, and this is the only job she has ever had working at this company. She's been there 33 years and 3 months. And my boss, this is the only job she's ever had. She's been there 10 years. She interned right out of college, and she's just been there since then. And I started looking at everybody in leadership, and most of the people in leadership have been there their entire careers. And that's the kind of job it is. I'm trying to paint a picture of the type of company it is. It's a local company, and it's very big fish in a little pond. And I'm coming from agency life, which is a lot more laid back and a lot more, as long as you get the work done, we don't care. And like, having to like find the balance between those two was like, it's impossible because there was no balance between the two. And so, but given the misinformation from my manager of, come in as long as you're here by 9, as long as you're working the core hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m, you can work from home, it's fine. And that was just very misleading, and it felt like it was something to get me into the door, and then for me to have to change, like, it's not fair. But she didn't bring up this issue. I started in November. Roxy passed in late August, and I started in November. First of all, I was given the job, I was given an offer in September, but my boss went on vacation, so I started 2 months later. And it's the holiday season, and nobody's there to help me. Like, nobody's really helping me. People focus on their own things. And anyway, I wasn't really given any guidance or even really spoken to until March 6th. And this is when my boss was like, hey, you need to be here at certain times. And I'm like, okay, well, we discussed these things, and you said as long as I'm working the 8 hours a day, it's fine. And so sometimes I come in at 7 a.m. Sometimes I come in at 8:30. Sometimes I come in at 8. But I'm working according to the time I come in. And I'm like, so what do you need from me? Do I need a set schedule? What do you need? And she's like, we're good. Like, you're good. We are good. I have everything I need. And so what am I supposed to do from there, you know? And along the time, have been microaggressions from coworkers. Like, once I wore my hair out. There's one other black girl. And I wore my hair out. And this woman who commented, kept commenting on my hair. I switch my wigs. I do what I want to do. One day I might have blonde hair. The next day I'll have dark braids, you know? And she would always say, your hair is different. She'd never compliment. This is a co-worker. Hold on. Hey. I know. I actually have a doctor's appointment in a few minutes, but can I call you back after that? Yeah, it's been a doozy of a day, but I'll call you about 5:30. It should be. Is that fine? Yeah, it's fine. We'll just play phone tag all night. It's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Bye. But yeah, it was just my friend from work whom I told her I was fired, and I guess she was calling for the tea. But I have a doctor's appointment soon, so I probably should just stop talking and resume after that. But it's been hellish being at this job. Oh my god. You know what? I'm just gonna stop the video here, and I'm working on a series now to just explain everything I've just gone through with this company, because it's been so many fast changes in my life since, like, for the past few years. But then the past 2 years really hit. Like, it's like beating my ass, and I'm just trying to, I'm coming into it. I'm rolling with the punches, and I feel that it's all for something. It's not all for nothing. Just everything hitting me at once. But it's really rough. It's really rough it's really rough. But I guess it's time to share now. So I'm ready to share it all. Hey, Cece.